Hi guys, welcome back to Trend Talks. Thank you for tuning in. As always, please remember to like, share, and hit that subscribe button. We are on the road to 4,000 subscribers. We are almost there. So tell a friend to tell a friend. Now, I was really contemplating about doing this story. I was 50-50 doing this story. But then again, I'm seeing it gained so much engagement on social media. People keep talking about it. People keep reposting it. And then I'm like, okay, I caved in. Let me do it. Because when you have French people jump into this discourse, when you have people who speak fluent French jump into this discourse, then it's a different story. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about Prince William's speech. You know, the Ocean Crusade speech about saving oceans, the one that he's being dragged for to date on the internet. People are so fed up with him, with his fake pleas, with his fake pledges. They cannot stand him. And now the media now has again been praising how he made a speech, delivered a powerful speech in French. And people are like, get over yourselves. It was a 10-second speech. Like he said 2 words. It was not an entire speech. And he was reading. There's a difference between reading and literally talking in French. Do you guys get that? And then I saw some comments and French people were like, oh, no. Even people who speak French is like, come on, is this, stop it. And of course, for you to get an understanding of where I'm coming from, just look at this speech that William delivered in French.
Bonjour, c'est un plaisir d'être avec vous aujourd'hui pour aborder un sujet important qui me tient à cœur. We come together today, encore de me recevoir ici aujourd'hui. Maintenant, c'est le moment de passer à l'action. Passez un excellent après-midi. Merci.
So guys, I had to cut that video in 2. It was a long ass boring speech. I'm not going to let you go through that to endure that. So I cut into parts where he was speaking French, actually not speaking, reading French. He was reading French. Let me make that clear because that's what people on social media are saying. He was reading French. So you have the opening statement, which was in French, and the closing statement, which was also in French. Now, these are the 2 parts we are talking. We don't care about his stupid pledges and pleas about saving the oceans and whatnot. No, I'm not going to do that. So, the UK media, as always, was propping him up because clearly they are trying to help him save face, for lack of a better word, after the backlash he's been getting for ditching other causes like homelessness and bringing peace to Middle East. And now he's talking about oceans, and people are pissed at UK media because why do you keep entertaining this person? Why do you keep praising this person? What does he do? What is he doing? We don't care about that. And now you're saying that he delivered this out of the world French speech in French when he just barely said 2 sentences in French. What is wrong with these people? So, and you know it's crazy. I mean, not crazy. I mean, you know it's serious when the actual French-speaking people come intervene, and you know French people are like, oh, come on now, you got to. Let's stop. And that's why I saw this discourse and I felt like, okay, let me give you guys this video because the comments are not disappointing one bit. I had few of them translated from French to English on through Google Translate. Others were really hard. I could not translate them, so I let that be. But it's all over social media and they're dragging him. It's like, give us a break. Even a non-speaking person can do better. What he was reading, that was not talking in French. So William is not having it good. And of course, ITV still has that particular speech. The comments are still disabled. And I've noticed that the UK media is shutting away from talking about the backlash that he is been getting. Of course, we know they like praising William for the bare minimum. When he sneezes, when he's out, it's like, oh, did you see he's out, he's working? No, he's not. That is a PR stunt. So I saw the comments and I felt it's only fair for me guys to bring this to you because it was super entertaining. It's like, people are like, why are you praising? And it's BBC that was actually BBC. They were, oh, he delivered such a magnificent. And no, he said Prince William speaks French in an address on ocean protection. That is what they said, and people were pissed. People were like, stop. That was reading. That was not speaking in French. And then so you have the spirit of Dariot. See, so as you can see from the comment, he said something in French. I cannot. I'm not going to pretend I know French. I cannot. But here's what Google Translate says. I'm an anti-democratic parasite and an eco-hypocrite. That is what he says. And then Jaswick says, William will need to do better if he wants to pass his GCSE French this month. Some of these comments are people who speak French, and yeah, they say they speak French, they know French, so they're like, this is just, anyone can do that. And then you have White Princess says, he reads French words from his script. That does not mean he speaks French. People are so pissed. And then you have G says, reads is the correct verb. Reads. Also, it's 2 sentences. Stop infantilizing this family. I agree. And then you have SRP says he declared a few sentences in acceptable French. That's it. That's all he did. He just did that. Stop. And then you have Carrion says no one cares. African children speak 5 languages. I agree. African myself, we speak many languages. But let me just leave it at that. I don't want to get into it. Then you have Nigel says the idiot boy learns few phrases in another language after decades of doing nothing. I wish he sees this and he gets furious and fumes. It's like, and also you have I love Wef says literally 1 sentence in quite bad French as well. It was bad. I combine these comments from these people who are from French, like they're literally French and they speak French, so they were like gunning for William. Was like, stop. And then you have Wild Eater says, I will translate bullshit, lies, propaganda. And then you have Algernon says Prince William speaks French for 10 seconds in address on ocean protection. Speaks French. It's supposed to be reads. And then you have GB says, sounds like he's speaking double Dutch with all that climate nonsense. And then you have Julie says, so his French is limited to an opening line that he practiced on his way to Monaco. Still not an interesting person. I know he practiced, because that's the only way. He's like, oh, he's so Harry and Meghan trending. They were dominating the headlines. They still are. And he's like, what can I do? Okay, let me try read in French. And still that backfires because people are just not interested. It was awful. And then you have Raleigh says, this overprivileged parasite man can speak only 1 sentence in French. He can't learn another language. Then you have Spinning says, do you know how many French people speak English? F sake. He's not a F genius. He's not. Megan speaks Spanish. She also speaks French. And we love her. And actually, she's good at it. Look at Wankas. Then you have Tohaki says, you can see he wrote something in French. And then the translation goes to, I'm a hypocrite who came here on a private jet. And then you have Paradox says he should have said Bridget. No, that one. You see that's another French person. And then the translation to that says he should have said Bridget, stop hitting your husband. Like they clearly don't care about his oceans. Like, you could have just said, hey Bridget, stop hitting your husband. That's all we could have said. And then you have Dr. Maureen says, oh no, sorry, that is a different one. Where is it? Hold on. Yeah, okay, that's it. Wait, I thought I had more comments. What happened? Did I miss? I think I misplaced them. I had so many comments. Oh, got it. So P-Bart says, hyper-privileged man born with a silver spoon bothered to learn a second language. This is a headline. Most people in third world countries speak more than 1 language. Maybe they all deserve a gushing headline too. And then you have HR says, effing low bar again, giving praise to a guy who had the best education the taxpayer could buy, and you're wanking yourself into a coma over him speaking in rehearsed French. And then you have Havana says, does anyone really care what this bald English twat talks about? I love the comments. Then you have YZA France says, fluent French? Come on, be objective. He was reading and didn't know what he was talking about. If 10 words are a speech, we are all great speakers then. I agree. I agree. I love how French people are cheering him up in the comments. Then Malteser says, fluent French? Did you listen to him? And then G says, he read 2 sentences. And that's if you count bonjour as a sentence. No one will be stunned unless they think of him as a toddler. So guys, people are chewing him up and I'm here for it. So as always, I want to give you that update. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm Mirad. Please remember to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to this channel. Stay safe and I will see you in the next one. Bye.